Welcome to Learn WP Pro. That's the actual domain we're working on right now. Let me lower this down a little bit. You can see when you watch this video, what you're going to see is the replacement of this with a WordPress website. And that's what Learn WP Pro is all about, is teaching you how to build a WordPress blog or a website. Now, there's many ways to do that. And one of the ways of doing it is to go to wordpress.org and downloading the file and following their instructions. I'm not going to show you that. You can go here, download right here, and then follow their instructions. They're really kind of complicated. And I actually, I'm using a host called host.mcalef.com, which has got a great service that automatically will install it for you. That's what I want to demo you, because there's no reason to go through the headache of everything that's really involved in setting up a. And that's what I really want to show you, because there's no real reason to go through the headaches needed to set up a website manually. So Learn WP Pro is the kind of the pro version of how to use it. But what I'm really going to do for you here is I'm going to show you the easiest way to install it. Then we'll get into all the components within the blog, and what plugins are, what themes are, all this sort of stuff, so that you can decide to build these things for yourself. And then we have another program we can share with you. We'll show you how to build things automatically. But day one, you got to buy a domain name at a registrar, and our registrar of choice is a company called mcreasite.com, M-C-R-A-S-I-T.com. Okay. Or you can go to host@mcalef.com, and you can get your domain name and your hosting at the same place, which really makes it convenient. So you can come here, look for your domain name, order your hosting, get your hosting and your domain name all synced up together, so you don't have to go through the process that we'll illustrate for you with the domain that we bought, so that you could build your sites. But I've already kind of done the first step. Is I bought a domain name called learnwppro.com, and I bought it at mcreasite.com, and I had to change the name servers. I'll do a video on that here a little later, to the hosting name so that it would show up. And then I got an email from the host saying, your hosting account's set up, and I just made sure my domain name was posting to my hosting account. And this is basically a naked WordPress site with nothing on there. So it's just the hosting, nothing at all. You're going to get what's called access to their cPanel. cPanel is absolutely critical to being able to do this. cPanel is essentially how you control your hosting. Now you can get in there and cause lots of problems. What you want to do is try not to cause lots of problems. You want to make your life simple. So all you need to do is, they'll give you a link to your cPanel hosting, and when you do, you'll log into your cPanel, and it will look something like this. They'll be different depending on which version of cPanel you have. If you use a different host than I did, there's a lot of different things, but they all work basically the same. And as you can see, as you go through here, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can set up your email accounts. You can track your metrics. You can, do some security work if you need to. The key thing, what we want to look at is software, okay? So we want to, and this is really how easy it is. Here's this website, and it's blank. We're going to go to Quick Install. Okay, and here we are at a Quick Install. What we want to do, install WordPress. Don't worry about anything else. Now, the first thing I'll tell you is they want to upsell you all these things. You do not need to buy any of that stuff. Just tell it to install. And it's going to ask you where you want to install. And here I'm just going to install it right in my root domain. Now, if you wanted to install it in a folder or a subdomain or something like that, you can do that too. So this is where you're going to type in your admin information. So my admin email. This is called Learn WP Pro. Admin user, I always use admin. Now it's going to generate and build a site for me. Again, don't buy anything they try to talk you into. And your site, your install is running, and when it's done, you'll be able to get your accounts, your WordPress accounts login details from where it says View Details. Okay, why do you want this? Because you want to be able to log into your WordPress site into the admin. You just want to copy that and paste it somewhere where you can find it, okay? So I'm blur that out of the image because you don't need to know the password to my site. But whatever you get, copy and paste it into a notepad or something that you'll remember. Write it down as something, because the password has got to be pretty obfuscated, because otherwise you're going to get hacked. Okay, so you can see it's done. It's installed. Now if I go back to my domain name, what I'll want to do is hit the refresh button, and it's going to show me basically a boring, negative, but almost done site. Okay, so remember I said you need to have your username and password. Click in here for login for admin. Now remember, you may have a situation where it could take a little while for that to complete, so you might get an error message. And then you type in your username and the password I told you to blur out, or I blurred out, and log in. Now, you might want to make sure you save this stuff. I'm just going to click Save. So I'm going to ask you to verify that the administrator email is correct. This is correct. That's my email. And just make sure you put the right information in there. Otherwise, can be a real pain in the butt. But this is it. This is your website done. Now, depending on who you use to install your WordPress, you're going to get a bunch of stuff pre-installed for you, and it's all garbage. Well, I don't like it. I like to use my own things. But I'm going to take you through, if we go look at the site now, it's going to be really boring. I mean, we haven't done anything to make it look pretty, and we haven't set up the content structure. All that's going to be at this site is videos on how to build WordPress blogs. Okay, that's why it's Learn WP Pro. And I'll set them up one step at a time with a different video. The first thing we're going to do is pick a theme to use. And I'll do that in the next build video.